All right, folks, and welcome back to another episode of our venture in the visual novel If My Heart Had Wings. Hope you enjoyed the last episode earlier this week where we finally flew the glider. And apparently it flew very smooth according to Amane, so that's definitely a good sign. Amane was a little bit on the scared side while in the air. I don't quite remember what the reasoning for that was. Oh, she was a little bit traumatized from the last time she flew it where she nearly had a fatal accident. So that's definitely understandable. But it looks like with the newly engineered wings that were put together by Agaha, Kotori, and a little bit with the help of Aoi, that came out really well. And of course, Aoi took over in flight once Amane found herself to be a little bit on the jittery side, but also we found out that the ailerons are a little bit too sensitive to the motion of the yoke, so they're probably going to fix that. So with that, Kaneko, let's pick up where we left off. Yep, that's the one. Let's do that. The test had only just started. Then we did a few more tests. The main objective for today was to test the main wings that had just been completed and check the repaired instruments. Also, to give me flight training. Thanks to the work I'd put into the simulator, I was able to control it from the very beginning. I only realized this from flying the real thing. But the simulator that Amane had made gives a pretty realistic feeling of flying. I have to say, that's what I'd expect from her. After adjusting the ailerons, I practiced takeoff and landing and was able to use the basic maneuvers. As I came back from the 5th flight, Aga came over to us. I groan as I open the canopy. Ugh, so hot. It looks like if you want to fly in this season, water is indispensable. Yeah, my body's used to being in the cockpit now. Does that mean that Amane has competition? No, I'm kidding. Amane speaks in a way that is hard to interpret whether she's pleased or if she's sulking. It would appear that she still has a complex about her clumsiness. I'm feeling quite worn out. I'm gonna take a little break. Getting back on the ground, my legs are a little unsteady. Rather than actually being tired, being in the air for so long has messed up my sense of balance. We continue with that line of conversation, then Kotori says, Understandable. Amane looked at me. No, I can't let her ride it with me. You're the one with the license, Amane. Look at that pouting face. Look at that pouting face. That might be true for just normal flying, but there's no guarantee that there won't be any problems. If something happens, I won't be able to deal with it. Aga responds instinctively, and Amane seems a little hurt. However, when I was sitting in the back seat, watching Amane at the controls, I certainly did feel a bit nervous. Kotori swallows as she nods.
わかった。じゃあ ランチの前にもう一度だけ飛ぼうか。やった
In her wheelchair, Kotori throws her arms into the air.
ー。じゃあ私がウィンチ操作します。葵、小鳥を後ろに乗せるから手伝って。
Sure. Ageha and I pick up Kotori and put her in the back seat.
お尻大丈夫？ゆるくない？うん、ちょうどいい感じ。
What's up, Amane?
葵くんが助けてくれないと思うと不安で。ああ、気持ちはわかりますけど、後ろの人がもっと不安になるんで。平気よ。
While we continue the preparations, Ageha waits over by the winch. The launch preparations were complete. I gave Ageha the signal to commence the launch.
ワクワク、ワクワク。
Oh, we're gonna find out how this turns out, aren't we?
ワクワク、ワクワク。ワクワク。あれ？
The winch isn't moving at all. Hey, what's the problem? Ageha is waving in this direction. The next moment... Wow. Black smoke was coming from the winch.
なんか煙出てる？あ、本当だ。
I'll be back. Just in case, please release the tow rope for now.
了解。
I checked that Amane had released the tow rope, then run over to the winch. What's up?
なんか壊れちゃったみたい。
Looking at the black smoke rising up like a signal beacon, Ageha called out, completely at a loss to what to do.
ダメだ。壊れてる。
Saved by the winch, huh? Amane sounded like she was in complete despair, and she looked at the inside of the winch, which was covered in oil.
そんな。
Kotori, who really wanted to fly, was downhearted. It looked like one of the parts in the dilapidated... No, that's wrong. Alright, let's redo that. It looks like one of the parts in the dilapidated old machine had broken. We could no longer use it.
発行前でよかったわ。離陸途中で故障してたら大事故になってたかも。
Amane nods as if to say, "You're right." Can this be fixed?
自力では難しいだろうな。業者に修理を依頼しないと。
I got a sneaky suspicion they're gonna ask Anchan about it.
結構時間かかるんじゃないですか？1日や2日じゃ無理だろうな。
For a start, even getting someone to come and get such a bulky machine would be a tough job in itself. To tell the truth, I'm more worried about the cost than the time it will take.
ってことは、今日のテストはここまでだ。
I can understand her frustration. Sitting in her wheelchair, Kotori goes white with shock. Anchan got one of his contacts to repair the broken wrench. It's an old model, and there was rattling with some other parts, so he said the repairs will take at least a week. We were so busy until yesterday, now suddenly we have nothing to do. We are all. In case you notice, folks, that I did not use reverb in that regard, because I think I'm using it a little bit too much. So if it's narrating without an extra party involved, I'm not going to use reverb. But if it's an internal thought with other people around, I'll use it. Completely devastated. It's not like there is nothing at all for us to do. Before I forget the feeling of actually flying, I go back to the simulator, and as always, Amane goes back to looking at the drawing board. Kotori opened up the book that she'd borrowed from the library and started to check something.
Tadaima! Ice 買ってきたよ!
Ageha, who had lost our game of rock, paper, scissors, had come back from buying ice cream. She gives out the ice creams to everyone.
小鳥、何読んでんの？ちょっとね、モーニンググローリーのことを調べてるの。私らの最終目標って空飛ぶことじゃないもん。
At some point, the test flight had become our objective, but that was really just a milestone. To go above the clouds was our true objective. We also need to do that this summer. Got a little choked up there. After she had finished giving out the ice creams, she dug into her own and then slumped down in the chair.
本当なら今頃テスト三昧だったのにな。
There's nothing we can do about it right now. We can't fly without the winch. I feel that the simulator isn't really enough. Why don't you do your homework or something while you have the chance?
もう終わったよ。
Staying ahead of the game. Wow, that was quick. When did she have enough spare time to do that?
うちらさ、夏らしいことなんもやってないよね。夏祭りもいつの間にか終わっちゃったし。
That's because we've been in the garage the whole time. If I had to say, the only kind of summer activity we did was eating that watermelon.
なんか夏っぽいことしたーい。ねえ、どっか泳ぎに行こうよ。
Where can we go? Everyone's gonna be at the pool and at the beach, so they'll be jam-packed.
学校のプールは水泳部が絶賛練習中だったしな。
She must have seen that on the way back from the store and felt that she wanted to do it too.
そうだ、あるじゃん、泳げるところ。
Oh, you mean that place? As soon as she said that, I knew what she meant.
行こう、泳ぎに、これから。
Standing up quickly, she turns around to look at Amane and Kotori.
ダメ、無理。なんで？だって学校指定の水着しか持ってないもん。
That works.
私はそれさえ持ってないぞ。プールの授業を最後に受けたのはいつだったかな。
Is this where Aoi teaches her how to swim again?
そんなのこれから買いに行けばいいんですよ。
And that's why, being pushed into it by Ageha, it was hurriedly decided that we would be going swimming this afternoon. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. It is the summer holiday after all. We're not so lazy that we'd willingly let it go to waste. In the afternoon, we stopped off at the dormitory. This place is closer to where we want to go. Okay, guys. Have you got everything? All right, let's go. Feeling like I was leading the outing, I took everyone with me as we left the dormitory. Our destination was
場所があったんだ。地元民も知らない穴場スポットよ。
This was no beach resort. It was the shore of the lake. There was sand beneath our feet, the water was nice, we could swim there, and like Ageha said, being off the beaten track meant that most people didn't know about it. It's surrounded by forest and cliffs, so it can't be seen from the surrounding area.
面白い場所だな。
I think I see Windmill Hill. You guys see it too? Seeing the waterfront, Hat flaps his wings happily.
子供の頃、ここら辺を探検してて発見したんだよね。
This was our secret place where we'd come to play.
早く着替えて泳ぎましょ
う。Looking at the waterfront made her excited, just like Hat.
あっちのくぼみなら周りから見えないよ。
Said Ageha as she pushed Kotori's wheelchair along. Because of the sand, if she didn't do that, Kotori would not be able to go forward.
葵くん、こっち来ちゃダメだからね。
Fine by me. Okay, I get it. You've always got such a big mouth.
あんたも一応男の子だから、あっちで待ってなさい。
She yelled as she threw Hat back to where he was before. Well then, I'll get changed too. When I say get changed, all I mean is that I'm taking my clothes off. I'm already wearing my swimming shorts. Hat looks like he really wants to go swimming. I thought that once in a while, he'd like to swim in a big, wide-open place like this. So I brought him along, and it seems he's enjoying it. Just hold on a bit longer. Everyone will be back soon. I waited with Hat for a while. Then the girls came back from the shadows of the hollow, wearing the new swimsuits they had just purchased.
Jajan! 水着なんて久しぶりだな。
I bet. You've probably been so introverted you didn't even think about it. Alright, folks, there you go. But let's remain focused at the same time. I kind of like Amani's swimsuit, though. It's very classy. Ugh. You really are girls, after all. Come on, Aoi. You've seen a swimsuit before. Come on, pull it together, kid.
何それ。ひどい。そんな感想。そうだそうだ。
Okay, I'm sorry. Usually you don't really seem all that feminine, that's all. Seriously, dude? Is he for real right now? How does that not look feminine? Let's review. Let's review something. Aoi, I can't back you up on this one. That looks pretty feminine to me. I continue to make these kind of terrible comments, but I can't keep it with its true value. I spent basically all day, every day with them, so I didn't really make the distinction between boys and girls. But
今は感じてるってことだね。
They really do seem a lot more feminine, or rather, I'm being made to notice. I usually don't notice, but this just reminded me of just how cute they are. So this must be why all the boys in the class envy me.
それではここでお約束の質問タイム
I suspect she's going to ask him whose swimsuit does he like the best. No, wait. That's...
誰の水着が一番気に入りましたか
Called it. Aga surprised me with a really direct question. This, I think we're going to get I think we're going to get socially boycotted after this. All of them are aware of where I'm looking and seem to being making poses. Looks like I won't be able to bluff my way out of this one. Oh, wow. Wow. How can we not choose Amane? Even though Amane is my favorite character so far, but that's messed up. That's messed up. That's kind of messed up. I really like Amane's. I just like how she's got the cloth going on. That just seems really classy to me. I definitely don't like Kotori. And I don't want to say just none of them. Oh, man. I'm trying to consider the options here. I mean, Agaha is not all that bad. I just don't like some of her tendencies. But she did give up the robot club for the soaring club at heart. So she does get points for that. Alright, for lack of a better option, we'll just go with Ageha. Maybe Ageha?
なんか違う
Huh?
葵って女の子の水着褒めるのにそんなさらっとしてないよね
I've never praised something like that before. I don't know anything about that.
絶対違うよ試しに天音先輩の水着褒めてみて
It really suits you, Amane.
ありがとうほらすっごい照れてるじゃんなんで私の時は照れないかな
I got a sneaky suspicion we're going to be fellowshippingly boycotted from this point on by Aga and Kotori. I don't know. Because we're childhood friends?
そうだな幼なじみって
Not always. The no-holds-barred question time ended without incident, so now it's time to go swimming. After completing my warm-up exercises, I go to work on inflating the rubber ring.
いらないってそんなの子供じゃないんだからね
Okay. No way. It'll be a big problem for me if you drown.
そうだよ水の事故は怖いんだから
Yeah, let's not forget when you tried to take a bath by yourself, Kotori.
そんなのいらないのに
Yes, you do. Pretty soon you'll be glad that we've got the rubber ring from the bottom of your heart. As I speak quietly, but with a hidden meaning, she gives me a suspicious look. All right, finished. I put the inflated rubber ring over Kotori's head. Hold on tight. Don't let go.
じゃあ行きますか
Agaha and I lifted up Kotori together.
ちょっとどこ連れてく気
Even though the waterfront is close by, we head in a completely different direction.
びっ
I don't like where this is going. Then we climbed up on top of a big rock at the bottom of the cliff. By now, it seems that Kotori has realized that what we have in store for her.
何する気かな
Don't worry. It's really deep down there.
だから何思いっきり飛び込んでも平気ってこと
With big grins on our faces, we swing Kotori's body like a pendulum. I don't agree with this. Here we go. 1, 2. As we throw Kotori with all our strength, she flies through the air in a beautiful upward curve. Oh my goodness. This is so bad. The water sprays out like a torpedo had exploded.
さすが小鳥っていうだけあって派手に飛んだわね
Yep, she flew pretty nicely. From out of the ripples in the water, Kotori emerged, still holding tightly to her rubber ring. Hey, you okay?
生きてる楽しいもう一回もう一回
Okay, that turned out a little bit better than expected, thankfully, but yeah, I was kind of concerned. Especially if she actually slipped out of the ring. That would have been, that would have been a lawsuit. But it worked out. Kotori waved both hands like she was calling for an encore. Next is a jump of S difficulty, a triple aerial twist moonsault. As we get down from the rocks to go and get Kotori, there was Amane, waiting with a sparkle in her eyes.
次は私の番だね
Huh? You want to do it too?
先輩高所恐怖症なんじゃこのくらいなら平気だ
There's no way we could confuse when she was such an expectant look in her eyes. And with that, folks, I think we're going to leave a cliffhanger right there to find out just how she's going to react when she hits the heights there. Because we're unfortunately at our half-hour mark. But that was pretty interesting. I'll admit, my heart was actually pounding when they were going to toss Kotori in. And I actually had to switch between my emotions of, oh my gosh, to, the actually acting out the character in that regard. Who basically kind of like the grin on their face and whatnot. So that was a bit interesting. But yeah, we'll wait till the next time to find out exactly how Amane will respond to that particular height. And again, you kind of got gravity on your side in water, and you're not in a contraption to where, if it breaks, you're likely to probably just become part of the scrap. So we'll see how she does next time. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode this time around. If you like what you saw today, maybe leave me a like. And let me know what you think about using a little bit more balance with the reverb. Because I just thought I was using it a bit too much for every single time that Aoi narrates something. So I was thinking about just limiting it to when there's more people to actually add the reverb in that add his internal monologue. But anytime where it's just him, that I just won't use the reverb in that regard. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. So again, like what you saw, leave a like. If you want to see more and you want to get notified, then maybe subscribe and also hit the bell, and that will turn on the notifications for you. So until next time, happy mixing, everyone.